IRC 280E relief. 280E relief is where, this goes back 30 years, that a quote-unquote drug dealer, somebody engaged in the sale of illegal narcotics, may not take a deduction for any expenses. They can solely take a deduction for the cost of the product. That's a constitutional issue. That's a return of capital. But other than the cost of the product, everything else is not deductible. Now, I was explaining that to somebody with a deli today. I said, let's think about this. If you were a marijuana dispenser, you could deduct the cost of the meat and the bread, but not the people, the equipment, the rent, the utilities. And the guy just looks at me and says, that's insane. I wouldn't make any money after taxes. I said, there you go. That's the problem, and that was the idea behind it. But 280E will also allow a lot of these places to have access to regular banking. Most banks won't help them. In fact, a limited number of state chartered banks are the only places they could go, despite the SAFE Act and other laws out there that purport to eventually open up the market. It should give them the ability to borrow money, get credit cards processed, and probably the ability to use the regular insurance markets and pay traditional business rates as opposed to Lloyd's of London policies, which may or may not pay in the event that there's a claim. Now, we're not sure if it'll be retroactive. We're not sure of anything other than medical marijuana, and here's the effective date. A couple of folks asked about state issues. Our best guess is some states already didn't tax medical marijuana. A number of other states follow federal AGI. So I would say that if you are in a state that is rolling conformity means if there's a federal change, we change so that our AGI is the same as federal AGI. For those folks, they're going to get relief because they previously didn't have 280E, and now they previously were subject to 280E at the state level, and now they won't be. Some states had an add back: California, New York, New Jersey, Colorado, Rhode Island. 3 dispensaries in Rhode Island, but they allowed them to add back their costs. So all of those places will see some state relief as well. So we'll see what happens.